Hi guys, it's good to see you. Happy Meditation Monday to you guys. First and foremost, today's class can be done anywhere. We're going to do a little bit of body movement. That body movement can be done sitting on the floor, as I'm going to demonstrate, and can also be done sitting in a chair. So there's lots of options. As we're working in a space, I can't actually see you guys. Some of the names I recognize, so I can kind of like visualize who you guys are, and I know a little bit about you. That being said, you want to be sure that the space around you is clear, that you're not going to, if you are sitting in a chair, you're not going to fall off the chair, you're not going to bump into anything. So hopefully for the next 45 minutes, you can just be here. And this is Sarah. If you've been attending my classes, you know that she lays there the entire time. So we're super glad to have her here. And you might notice I have a co-host today. This is Tasha from the Flamingo Wellness Center. Thank you to Dignity Health for sponsoring our class today. Tasha is a Dignity Health employee, and she's just simply going to be management for me today. So she's the one that let you guys in the room. And if anything comes up, she'll be able to assist so that I can just be here teaching the class. And I'm super grateful, yay. So let's go ahead and sit nice and tall. Let's go ahead and rub our hands together. And let's bring our hands to our heart center. We'll connect ourselves in, but with 3 long, deep breaths. We're going to breathe in through the nose and exhale with a sigh. Before we actually do that, I want you to bring your awareness to your pelvis, because the location, the direction of the pelvis will have a lot to do with sitting all the way up. So if our pelvis is rounded back, we're going to be using a lot more of our abs to sit up. If it's all the way forward, our neck might be jutting out. So see if you can just rock your pelvis back and forward a little bit, maybe a little side to side wiggle. And I know you can't see my pelvis right now, but here's my face. And let's go ahead and just sit nice and tall. Tuck your chin in just a little bit. We call this engaging the Jalandhara Bandha. And it's just a neck lock that kind of keeps our energy contained within our spine and within our torso, from the base of the spine all the way up to the neck. So bringing our hands back to our heart, we're going to begin by exhaling completely. When you feel like all the breath is out, let out a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Relax the belly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. And let's go ahead again. Exhale. And one more time, breathing in. Tasha, if you can hear me, it looks like we have somebody in the waiting room. All righty. She might not be able to hear me, so we'll do a little admin work ourselves. Let's see what happens if we do this. All right, yay, I think I did it. Alrighty, guys. So welcome again to Meditation Mondays. As promised, we're going to do something a little bit different each time. That way you have a great wealth of experience. We're all going to connect with different things. So sometimes you might really like something, and some weeks you might be like, oh, I didn't really care. You can email me. And my email is like here I am, at rebeyogini.com, and you should see my name on the screen, RebeYogini.com, or go to rebeyogini.com, and there will be links there to be able to contact me. I welcome feedback. I take requests. That's a lovely thing. Because of some security features we have, we're not doing bi-directional audio or video unless you're verified and I know who you are. But if we do start a bi-directional communication outside of class, we can open that up to you if that's something you want, but moreover to just request. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sit nice and tall, and we're going to focus on our pelvis. We're just going to do that simple movement. If you are sitting in a chair, uncross your legs so that your feet are flat on the floor. You may choose to take your feet a little bit out in front of you and to the side, just to create a nice stable base. Otherwise, I'm just sitting cross-legged. And we're going to inhale, we're going to tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale, roll it back. So I'm going to pull my video down just a little bit so that you can see what's happening for me. So inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. So continuing to move with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. So right now we're just focusing on the low back. We'll just do a few of these. You can move as fast or as slow as feels appropriate for your body today. And take a deep breath in. We're going to squeeze the muscles of the pelvic floor. And exhale, release. So now we're going to make circles with our upper body. So I have my hands on my knees. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale, we're going to round the spine. So nice gentle movement, moving as big or as not big, big or small, as feels good for your body. So if something doesn't feel good because maybe you have something happening in your body there, then don't do that. And we'll keep coming around. Inhaling as we come forward. Exhale, going back. And exhale. Let's go ahead and switch, go the other direction. Breath stays the same. We still inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Here's some additional information. If you're new to class with me and you're like, well, why are we moving? Because I'm supposed to be just here for meditation. Well, that's actually how the movement came about in the ancient science of yoga, is that the yogis found that they couldn't meditate because the body was really calling for attention. And so by releasing tension within the body, they could prepare the mind for the meditation. So whatever you want to call this, whatever kind of yoga you may or may, yoga meditation you may or may want to do, I am a yogi, and so I come from that perspective. Take a deep breath in, hold the breath, squeeze the muscles of the pelvic floor. Tasha, I am going to mute your microphone for you. There you go, because I didn't think you needed to talk. All right, and you can unmute yourself if you have something that you need to add or would like to. Hey, we can make this a collaborative effort. All right, bringing our awareness back to our spine. We started with our low, our middle. Now we're going to work the upper part of our spine. So inhale, as you lift the chest in an exaggerated way, the nose is going to point up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to round the spine. The nose is going to point down towards the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. And if none of this movement works for you, then don't do any of it. Just allow yourself to be. Just breathe with us. That's perfectly okay too. Continuing to move with the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Notice if the movements get a little bit easier as we continue this repetition. I know in my body, the first time I do them, it feels pretty stiff, especially the first time of the day. The first time I go to touch my toes in the day, it does not work. And then later in the day, all of a sudden my feet get closer to my hands. Go figure. All right, take a deep breath in, squeeze the muscles of the pelvic floor, tuck the chin in just a little. Exhale, release. So I'm gonna grab a sip of water. I recommend that you drink lots of water all through the day. It's still a desert out there, provided you are in the state of Nevada when you're watching this. All right, so we're just gonna have our hands facing down on our knees so we can feel grounded. Let's go ahead and do some gentle neck rolls. If this does not work for you, don't do it. So we're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Begin to roll it back. We do not drop the head back all the way, just kind of looking up towards the ceiling again. Right ear, right shoulder, rolling it down. And we'll just do a few of these in each direction. Maybe you hear that snap, crackle, pop, the little Rice Krispie guys in your head. Move through it. If it feels good, think about it as releasing tension from the neck. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And we'll go the other direction. Inhaling as the head comes back. Again, not dropping the head back all the way, just looking up. Exhale. Eyes can be open or closed at any point. Staying with the breath. And last one. Bring yourself back to center. Let's go ahead and roll the shoulders back a couple times. Let's take the hands together, clasp them behind the back. Lift the heart, take a deep breath in. Exhale, we're gonna round the spine, press through, nice morning stretch. Inhale, back up. We're gonna take the right hand onto the left knee. Left hand's gonna come behind us. Inhale, sitting nice and tall. Exhale, twist from the rib cage. So every breath in, maybe you grow a little taller. Every breath out, maybe you go a little bit deeper. Just invite your body, and if your body says no, then listen. The body is so wise. One more breath in, exhale, gently release. The body will just want to return forward, switching sides. Right hand on the left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, sitting nice and tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to go a little bit deeper. Following the breath. To release, just on the next exhale, just gently let go. Body's going to come forward. Sitting nice and tall, take a deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to walk forward. Hopefully I won't go out of the screen completely. Just folding forward where I am. Just folding. Inhale as you walk up. If your legs are crossed, cross them the other way. And fold forward. If you were just sitting on a chair, just fold twice. Inhale as you come back up. And yay! Alrighty, so now we're gonna do some meditation, yay! And somebody's at my door, so they're just walking by and the dog wants to go check it out, be sure everything's okay. But there's nothing for us to do. We just sit here and keep doing yoga. Alrighty, welcome to the COVID 2019. Here we are at home, yay. All right, sitting nice and tall. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. We're gonna bring our awareness, we're starting the meditation part. We're gonna bring our awareness to the place where our bottom connects to the chair or connects to the floor. So have that awareness, this is where my body ends and where the floor begins. And I want you to visualize a beautiful red dot of energy right at the base of the spine. This represents our first chakra or first wheel of energy. And this energy, this area of energy, represents the earth element. So just visualize it. And if you can't visualize it or it's just a little too out there, just visualize the color red at the base of the spine. That's it. Nothing too complicated about it. It works with all belief systems. This energy center represents our grounding, our connection with the earth, our safety, and our security. Next, we're going to bring our awareness a little bit higher. So we're just going to follow from the base of the spine all the way to the crown of the head. So just pretending like you're looking inside the spine. And you're going to come right to around where our reproductive system is. So maybe just a few inches below the belly button. And I want you to visualize the color orange right there. Just a beautiful, bright, glowing ball right there. And the element associated with this center is water. So we can even think of the bladder being in this area. This is our fluidity, our creativity. Just visualizing the color orange. It's a bright light right along the spine. Maybe you see it spinning. Just notice what you notice. There are no right or wrong answers here. And we're going to continue to imagine. We're going to move our awareness up the spine to right above the belly button, maybe about 4 inches above the belly button, right where we might call like a little bit like our stomach, you know, that part that growls when we're hungry. And this, I want you to visualize a beautiful yellow light in this area. So visualizing a yellow light right there in the upper part of our abdomen. Beautiful. This is representing our willpower, our intuition, our place of knowingness, our instincts, our gut. I just have a gut feeling, our instincts. And just visualize that yellow light coming from the area above the navel. Beautiful. And take a few more breaths, just noticing the breath move in and out of the body. Noticing how on the inhale, the belly expands. On the exhale, the belly pulls in. Sometimes some of us have patterns that are backwards, where we actually inhale as we pull the belly in towards the spine, breathing only in the upper part of the lungs. So if you do have that habit, let's go ahead and change it now by relaxing the belly, filling the belly up with breath, and letting that breath move up the spine. Beautiful. All right, let's bring our awareness to our heart center. So we're just moving up the spine. So in the center of the body, right along the spine itself, visualize the color green. This is representing love. This is the air element. This is our heart center. This is our area of being able to give and receive love. It's also an area of forgiveness. It's talking and speaking from my heart to your heart. So let the breath continue to move in and out. Having that awareness, that color green, visualizing that in our heart center, whatever that means to you. Keep going. Feeling the breath move in and out. And if the mind gets distracted, we can bring it back to the mantra. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. It feels so good to breathe in. It feels so good to breathe out. And again, we'll visualize moving up our spine, and we come to the area of the throat, right along the spine. And visualize the color blue. See a beautiful blue light right at the spine. This is representing communication, truthfulness, speaking truth, being truth, coming from a place of truth. And looking at that light within your body, noticing what's happening with that light. And if it in any way is dull, you can just take your imaginary Windex and cloth, or cleaner and cloth, and just kind of shine that light, inviting the light to get brighter, inviting yourself to have the courage to speak up when you need to speak up, having the wisdom when to speak up and when not to. Sometimes it's wise not to speak. Of course, knowing the difference, how to use our voice correctly, how to speak up and stand up for ourselves and others that may need an advocate, calling that place within our bodies to be able to use this energy system to assist ourselves and others. And then scanning up our spine, I want you to imagine right behind what we call our third eye, right above this area between the brows, but inside the head, I want you to visualize the color indigo. If you don't know what color indigo is, it's kind of in between blue and purple. So imagine that color, imagine a light right in the center of our head, right behind the eyes. And this is our area of intuition, our ability to know without knowing. It's that feeling of, I was just thinking about her and she called me. Activating that part of us that exists in every single one of us. No one of us can say, I am not intuitive. We all are. And it is like a muscle. It is a skill, a learned skill. Some of us are naturally appear to be more intuitive than others, but this is a skill that we all have. And even attending this meditation class and doing this energy work that we're doing right now helps to bring, to awaken, to aliven, to hone our intuition. And the ways that you can practice your intuition on your own at home are just simply noticing. Noticing when you thought about something and somebody called. Or maybe if you live with somebody else, maybe you think about something and they start talking about it. Or vice versa. Just begin to notice those subtle patterns that in our normal rush of life we don't even always even consider. So taking a deep breath in, seeing that beautiful indigo light in the center of our minds. Maybe you see a pattern, a texture, maybe you see it moving, maybe it's just still. All are correct, we're just noticing. And then bring your awareness to the crown of your head, the very top. And this is our connection to all that is. So imagine a beautiful, bright purple light at the top of the head. Breathing into that light. Noticing the light, noticing if it's just above the head, noticing when it goes all the way up to the stars. All are correct. Just noticing what that light is doing. This is our connection to all that is. So many of us have many different ways to phrase this. Maybe we call it our connection to God. Maybe it's our connection to the universe, our connection to nature, our connection with others, our connection with all that is. Whatever your term for it is correct. Again, these meditations do not, there's no limit to them. They're compatible with all beliefs, all religions. They're energy centers in our body, and we're doing meditation to awaken these energy centers so that we can work in harmony with them and they can work in harmony with us. So take a deep breath in, again, visualizing or just pretending that beautiful purple light up above the head. And visualize that light now, even just pretending that that light's going all the way up into the sky. It's filling the entire room above your head. It's so big, it's expanding outside the room, through your whole town, through the whole county, through the whole state, through the states next to us. Eventually it's just going so high, it's going all the way up into the heavens, up into the universe, the stars, past the sun. And because we're all doing this meditation together, our purple lights merge together. They overlap one another. So here we are in this individual experience somewhere in your home, yet we're all having the same experience. When we do these exercises, these practices together, we call on the group consciousness. Now we're going to bring that big purple energy that's expanded all the way up, and we're going to call it back into our bodies, coming all the way through the crown of our head. And it moves down to that indigo light behind our eyes, down to that blue light in the center of our throat, down through that green light in our heart center, down through that yellow light in our upper abdomen above the navel, down through that orange light in our reproductive area, and down through that red light at the base of our spine. And that energy exits the base of the spine and goes all the way down to the center of the earth. And you can think of it like an anchor. Imagine it like a cord or a pipe from the edge, the base of your body, all the way to the center of the earth. Let's take a deep breath in and imagine all the activity of rainbows all through your body, whatever that it looks like for you. We're just pretending here. We're just having a fun visual experience. And as you exhale, anything that you don't need is going to go down that cord, out the base of your body, out the base of your body into the earth. So breathe in, feeling rainbows or colors, or maybe even just a beautiful white light. So breathing in a beautiful white light or rainbows, and exhaling what we don't need out the cord to the center of the earth. So if anybody here lives on well water with a septic system, I do. And it's an easy visual that I pull water in from the earth, and then I return the water through my septic system to the earth. So even the same in the whole atmosphere, how the water comes in from the rivers, lakes, evaporation up into the clouds, returns to the earth and back to the earth. And the earth is the filter. So we don't have to worry about putting the muck, the gunk, the stuff that we don't need, the stuff that's no longer serving us, whether it's ideas or statements that somebody said to us, or even guilt or shame from activities that we've engaged in ourselves. We can release that all down that cord, out into the center of the earth, and the earth just heals it all. Breathing in that beautiful white light. Breathing out, releasing what we do not need down into the center of the earth. Releasing that. And we'll take a few more breaths here. You don't even have to think of anything specific, just the idea what I don't need is being released from my body as I exhale out the base of my spine. Think of it as flowing with gravity out to the center of the earth. And one more breath here. On your next exhale, release it all. Maybe from within your mind, you look down, just give it a good goodbye and release that cord. So just imagine detaching it from the base of your spine and just letting it go. It just sucks into the earth, just like water down a drain. And sit up nice and tall. Check your body, check your posture. And just scan your body from head to toe. And just notice what you notice. If you have any pains or aches, or maybe anywhere that you're feeling tension, just bring your awareness to that space. And you can take a deep breath in. Just again, we're just visualizing, take that breath to wherever you feel a sensation and see if you can begin to soften the sensation with the breath. So obviously, if you have something major like a broken arm, we're not going to heal broken bones with this breath, but we're just visualizing, taking the breath to any areas to dissolve tension, and more specifically to dissolve emotions. So the things that happen in our body are a roadmap to what's happening in our lives, in our emotions, in our minds. So it all starts in our brain, and we can actually use these techniques to gently release. So again, just scanning your body again from head to toe. Anywhere where you feel a little something. Maybe it's a little something because we've been sitting in the same position for a while. So we will move our bodies again in just a moment. Breathe as you breathe in, visualize a beautiful white light wherever you're feeling sensation. As you continue breathing in, visualize that light expanding in that area, and exhale and release. And we'll just finish up this process of imagining within our bodies. Take a deep breath in. We're going to take our hands out to the side, reach them straight up Stretch, wiggle the fingers and toes, gently blink your eyes open. Hey, here we are. Just lean to one side. Inhale back to center, coming the other way. And back to center, release the arms down. Nice work, guys. I'd love to know how everybody's feeling. We're not really on the format for that, but I'd still love to know. So my legs, whoo, I'm gonna go ahead and take my legs out in front and just give a wiggle, give a jiggle. If you're sitting, maybe you wanna stand up for a moment. We're gonna do one more, we're gonna do a breath meditation. So whatever it is that you need to take care of your body right now, I'm gonna go ahead and give a little stand up too, stretching. Sorry, you have to look at my waist. And if you are coming back to sitting, cross your legs the other way. So we all have our favorite way of crossing our legs. Just cross them the other way. It won't necessarily feel as comfortable, but it will help you to be more balanced. So grab a sip of water if you want. Just allow yourself to kind of shake it off. So we're going to do breath meditation, and we'll do it for a few minutes, and there's a mudra or a hand position that goes with it. So if you've been in class before, sometimes we'll do different mudras. A mudra is just a seal where we connect things. And what's really neat about mudras, first of all, when we bring our right and left hands together, it's activating our right and left hemisphere. Some of you may already know that the right side of the brain controls the left side of the body, and the left side controls the right side. It actually crosses over. So when we bring our left and right side of the bodies, we're actually activating parts of our brain. And the same with our fingers. When we connect our fingers to each other or connect fingers together, we're activating a circuit. So if you guys remember doing electricity in school, it was grade school for me, we had to build a circuit, and it's just like a light switch. So when the light switch is off, the circuit is broken. And then we flip the light switch on and the circuit connects, and now the electricity can flow. So it's the same within our bodies. We have these meridian points, and when we connect our hands in different positions, it activates different energy systems within our body. So it's a really big study. We're just going to do some really basic things. The meditation we're going to do is to balance the elements within our body for stress and duality. So it's like finding that balance. So what we just did was a chakra meditation. And within that chakra, we actually worked on the different elements. We worked on the earth element. That was our very first one. Our second one was the water element. Our third one, which I may not have mentioned, is our fire. That's like our, you can think of digestive fires. Our heart center is air. We can think of that's where our lungs are. We're breathing. And the throat represents ether. I may not have mentioned that one also. And so we have these elements. They're elements that exist in the real world. They exist in science. They exist also within our body. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the hands together, and I'm going to adjust my screen just a little bit so that you can see my hands. And we're going to bring the left and right hands together, so just the fingertips. And we're going to press them, not too hard, but just so that there's a little bit of pressure. Our thumbs are going to point back towards us. So this is how it's going to look sideways. And we're just going to continue to sit nice and tall. And we're going to breathe in. So the way the breath works is we're going to breathe in through the nose, and we're going to breathe out in 8 equal strokes, and we'll pump our belly while we're doing that. So here's what it's going to look like, and hopefully you guys can hear me breathing. I do have the microphone on me right now, so you may be able to hear my breathing. We'll see. So breathing in through the nose. We're going to breathe out with 8 strokes. Okay, so, and I'm also pumping my navel. So I'll do it again without my hands right here. So breathing in. And when you're new to this practice, it's going to feel a little bit weird. Actually, I am incorrect because we're actually not breathing out through the nose, which is what I just did. So cancel, erase that one. We're breathing in through the nose, we're breathing out through the rolled mouth. So it's So you want to not push all your breath out right away because you want to make it go through 8 segments. Sorry about that, rechanging the things. So our fingers are together, thumbs are facing towards us. I'm actually going to be using my timer on my phone. I'm going to go ahead and get that open. We're going to do this for about 3 minutes. And we may go a little bit longer. We'll see. I'm going to use my intuition to let me know if you guys are done or if we can continue going. So let's go ahead and just give it a practice. So just breathe in and then 8 strokes out through the mouth. And we're actually making the mouth into an O and pushing the breath out by pumping the navel. All right, grabbing a sip of water. And here we go again together. Fingertips together, thumbs pointing towards us. I'm starting our timer. Breathing in through our nose. Breathing out through the open mouth. You can keep the eyes just a little bit open. So maybe 1/10 open, looking down towards your nose, breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the open mouth. Keep going. And I'm going to talk while you continue. Keep going. If at any point you feel lightheaded or you feel uncomfortable, just stop and just breathe long and deep. So everything here is a choice. Everything is you consenting with your body, your breath. Keep going. Yay. We're about 1/3 the way into our 3 minutes. So 2 more minutes to go. Nice, calming. Keep the pressure on the fingers. Lift the elbows so they're not too close to the sides. Elbows lifting. Keep going in through the nose, out through the O mouth. Almost there. A few more rounds. Last round. Go ahead and finish up wherever you're at. Together, let's take a deep breath in. Hold the mudra. Squeeze the muscles of the pelvic floor, tucking the chin in. Hold the breath. Exhale, release all the breath out. Hold the breath out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the body. Inhale again. Holding the breath, squeezing the body. Exhale, release really slow. You have a couple choices here. Let's just start by sitting for a moment. And we're going to relax our entire bodies for just about 3 or 4 minutes. So you can stay sitting up, relaxing, allowing the energy to circulate. You can also lay down on your back. So as you get into your place of relaxation, allowing everything to consolidate within the body, staying with the breath, noticing the breath coming in and coming out, finding a nice natural breath. We'll scan our entire body from head to toe, releasing any tension in the face, the head, the neck, completely releasing the shoulders, the arms, the fingers, the chest and the abdomen, the pelvis, releasing the entire spine and all the muscles surrounding the spine, the hips and the legs, all the way through to the feet. And gently scanning your body again from head to toe. We've done a lot of work today. Work that's probably going to unfold over the next few hours and maybe even over the next day. Be sure you drink lots of fluids. Stay away from junk, whatever junk means to you. You know what it is, so we don't need to spell out what junk is. Put nice, healthy, loving things into your body. Treat your body well. And just be aware of things that come up for you over the next 24 hours. If you don't already keep a journal, it may be helpful to keep a journal. So as things come up, or if you have vivid dreams, just be aware that the work we did in our bodies, we can't necessarily correlate to a specific thought. So the body is going to release for each of us in a unique way. And just be aware, if things come up, just be aware, oh, my body's releasing. Take some deep breaths. Drink some more water. And I'm available to you. In the beginning, I told you my website, rebeyogini.com. You can email me, rebeyogini.com. I'm also Rebe Yogini on Facebook if you want to Facebook or Instagram me or any other technology stuff. But the point is that our class is going to be ending in just a few minutes, but I am available. So if we had an open class where we can bi-directionally communicate, I would open it for questions. I work also at administrative jobs, so I'll be in my email this evening and again tomorrow. So feel free to reach out and let me know your experience, good, bad, or indifferent. If you had a wonderful experience, I want to hear. If you didn't, I want to hear too, because there may be some additional tips I can give you. So again, scan your body one more time from head to toe, releasing that last little bit of tension, energy, whatever's not working for you. And just breathing in a beautiful white light. And think of this white light as just being soothing and healing, like maybe a nice comfort food or soothing lotion on the outside of your body, whatever that comfort might look for you, a warm blanket. Take that breath into every single corner of your body. And whether you're laying down or sitting up, gently wiggle your fingers and toes and just turn your head from side to side. Give yourself a little twist. So if you're laying on the floor, you can lean your knees to one side while your head goes the opposite way. If you're sitting up, we can just do a little twist, just like we did in the beginning of class. Coming back and forth on both sides. Bringing ourselves back to center. I hope you guys are all feeling well. I feel like I look like 5 or 10 years younger as I look at myself in the camera. I'd say that's a good thing. Hopefully you guys are the same. I see, I guess you can make little like emoji sounds or reactions. So I see some reactions appearing on my screen. So that's pretty cool. So I'm glad this is working for you guys. Feel free to click on reactions if that's too much technology. Thank you for showing up. Let's go ahead and we'll finish our class the way we began. Let's go ahead and rub our hands together. Bringing our hands to our heart center, just taking a deep breath in and a breath out, and breathing in again And just give a little bow to yourself, congratulating yourself for showing up today. Namaste.